This is the Bunker Hill Monument. So if you've been to Boston, if you've been on a tour, if you've done the Freedom Trail, one of the stops along your way would definitely have been the Bunker Hill Monument. Now this is a national historical landmark. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of visitors who come here each year. But when we were kids growing up, the monument was just a baseball field, right? It was another place where we went to play. If we had enough kids, we came up here and we, basically set up, one corner was home plate and you had first base, second base, third base, and we would play baseball until the park rangers, the Smokies we called them, would come and chase us off the field. And we're like, we've been playing on this field all of our lives. And they're like, this is a national treasure and so forth. So I think we understood the significance. We know what happened with the Battle of Bunker Hill. In fact, when I was a kid, whenever I got a new history book, the first thing I would do is turn to the index and look up Bunker Hill, because I was able to say, hey, that's the Bunker Hill Monument, right up the street from my house. That's, literally I could see the monument from my bedroom window. So as I mentioned, lots of tourists come and go. We used to have troops of Boy Scouts walking up our street on the way up to the Bunker Hill Monument. Over there is a statue of Warren Prescott, which we all used to climb up on. But there she is, the Bunker Hill Monument. And, understanding the historic proportion of what it was. By the way, the couple things about the monument: 297 steps to the top. We've climbed it many times. It was partially built. You can actually see a bit of the way up. It changes color. It was partially built and they ran out of money. They sold the plots of land around the monument here to raise enough money to build it. And what ended up happening was people didn't sell those plots back after they were making money. So that's where all these bazillion-dollar homes are right now. And it wasn't until a woman held a 2-week-long, essentially, flea market in Faneuil Hall in Boston that they raised enough money to build the monument all the way up to the top. And the cornerstone was laid by General Lafayette. I don't know what year that was. I think it was 50 years after, 1775, 1825-ish. And coming up this year will be the 250th, I think, Battle of Bunker Hill parade. Bunker Hill Day is a huge day in Boston, a huge day in Charlestown, as is the parade. So there she is. By the way, the Washington Monument was built based on the Bunker Hill Monument. Adios.